Some people say cats are mysterious, distant, even hard to read. But if you've ever felt the gentle weight of your cat curling against you, not because you called them but because they chose you, you know that's not the whole truth. Cats don't give their trust to just anyone. They guard it like a rare treasure, offering it only to the ones who make them feel safe, understood, and loved in a way words could never explain. They notice things we miss: the softness in your voice, the way your hands move, the rhythm of your footsteps when you come home. Maybe you've seen it in their eyes, that slow, heavy blink people call a cat kiss. Or in the way they follow you from room to room, not asking for food or play, but simply wanting to be where you are. Your scent becomes their comfort, your presence their anchor in a busy, unpredictable world. And you might wonder, why you? Why, out of everyone they could have chosen, did they decide you are the one? Is it something you did? Something you didn't do? Or is it something deeper, something about who you are when you're with them? In this video we're going to wander into that quiet, beautiful mystery. We'll explore how cats choose their favorite person, the subtle signs that you are their safe place, and the gentle ways you can strengthen that unspoken bond. So make yourself comfortable. Let your cat curl up nearby if they wish. Because once you understand the language they've been speaking to you all along, you'll never look at them the same way again. And maybe, just maybe, you'll see yourself through their eyes. The quiet choice. It often begins long before you notice it. A glance from across the room. A quiet decision in their little feline heart. This human feels right. Cats are observers first. They study the way you move, the tone of your voice, the energy you carry into a room. They notice if you're gentle with your steps, if your hands linger softly when you pet them, if you give them space when they retreat. To a cat, these aren't small details, they're proof of whether or not you can be trusted. And trust is everything. If you've been part of your cat's life since they were a kitten, your bond may have been shaped in those early weeks. A kitten learns the world through touch, scent, and safety. The one who fed them, played with them, and never forced affection becomes imprinted in their memory as home. That feeling doesn't fade easily. But even with older cats, the process is the same, only slower, more deliberate. They'll watch how you treat them when you don't think they're paying attention. Do you respect their boundaries? Do you notice when they've had enough? Do you let them come to you instead of always reaching for them? These moments tell your cat who you really are. And here's the part people often overlook. Cats are drawn to calm, steady energy. They feel safest around someone who isn't desperate for their attention, someone who gives them the choice to approach. Ironically, that's why they sometimes gravitate toward the one guest in the room who isn't a cat person. That person is quiet, still, and predictable, exactly what a cautious heart looks for. The choice your cat makes isn't random. It's personal. It's shaped by the little ways you've shown them that you see them, not just as a pet, but as a being with needs, moods, and a soul of their own. And once they choose you, it's not just loyalty. It's love in its purest, quietest form. The signs you've been chosen. One of the first ways you'll notice this choice is in how your cat moves around you. They may start following you, not in a noisy, demanding way, but like a quiet shadow. From the kitchen to the couch, from the couch to the bedroom, they trail after you as if they're keeping watch. It's not just curiosity, it's connection. In their world, being near you means safety. Just like kittens follow their mother, your cat follows you to feel anchored, to make sure their most trusted companion isn't drifting too far away. Then there's the greeting. Some cats run to the door when they hear your key turn, their tails high like little flags of joy. Others wait until you sit down, then appear as if by magic, curling into your lap before you've even taken off your shoes. This isn't about convenience, it's their way of saying you're back. My world feels right again. Pay attention to the quieter signs too. That slow blink from across the room is not random. In the language of cats, it's a kiss, a whispered "I love you" without a sound. The head bump against your hand or leg. That's them marking you as theirs, leaving behind their scent so every other cat would know. This human belongs to me. And perhaps the most touching sign of all, where they choose to sleep. A cat will only rest deeply in a place they feel truly safe. If that place is next to you, or even on you, they are trusting you with the most vulnerable part of their life. In that moment, you are not just a person they live with. You are their guardian, their warmth, and their safe haven. When you start to notice these moments, you'll realize something beautiful. You're not just their favorite person. You're their home. Why space matters. Being their favorite isn't just about what you give. It's also about what you don't take. Cats treasure their independence. They're not like dogs, eager to please or always ready for constant touch. With a cat, love grows in the space you allow between moments. When you respect their boundaries, letting them walk away when they've had enough, letting them come to you on their terms, You show them something they value more than treats or toys: choice. To your cat, every interaction is a negotiation of trust. If they walk over and rub against your leg, they're extending an invitation. If you respond gently, they learn you're safe to approach again. But if you grab them too quickly, hold them too long, or ignore the signals that they've had enough, the invitation becomes harder to offer next time. The people cats choose as favorites often have one thing in common: they listen without words. They notice the flick of an ear, the slow turn of a head, the subtle shift in tail movement. They can sense when the cat is curious and open, or when they need space and stillness. Over time, this quiet listening builds something unshakable. Your cat doesn't just think, "I like this human." They think, "This human understands me." And that understanding becomes the foundation of your bond. The reason they'll choose your lap over any other, the reason they'll run to you when they're startled, the reason you're the one they seek out when they need to feel safe. Love in the little things. Once that bond is rooted, it shows up in the smallest, most ordinary moments. It's in the way they stretch when they see you, showing you their belly not as an invitation to touch, but as the highest sign of trust. It's in the way they accidentally nap on your sweater or curl up on the book you were just reading, surrounding themselves with your scent like a favorite blanket. Sometimes, it's in the quiet weight of them at your feet while you work, or on the windowsill beside you while you drink your morning coffee. To them, these are moments of togetherness. The reassurance that they're exactly where they want to be. They might even bring you gifts. And while a toy mouse, or a real one, may not be on your wish list, to them it's an offering of love. In the wild, cats share food with those they trust most. In your home, this becomes their way of saying, "You're my family and I want to take care of you too." Even their gaze changes. That steady look, followed by a slow blink, is their quiet way of telling you, "You're safe with me and I'm safe with you." And perhaps the most beautiful part? They seem to know when you need them. On the days when you're tired or sad, they curl a little closer. They don't ask for an explanation, they simply stay as if to say, "I've got you." The responsibility of being chosen. Knowing you're their chosen person is a gift, but it's also a responsibility. Once a cat trusts you this deeply, your presence becomes part of their sense of safety. That's why routine matters so much. Cats find comfort in patterns. The sound of your footsteps in the morning, the way you speak to them when you get home, the rituals you share. These moments tell them, the world is still the same and my person is still here. Your mood matters too. Cats are sensitive to the emotional energy you bring. If you're calm, they often mirror that peace. If you're stressed, they might watch you more carefully, waiting for the storm to pass. They aren't just reading your actions, they're reading you. When life changes, a move, a new family member, a change in routine, they'll look to you first. Your reaction tells them how safe they should feel. A calm voice, a reassuring touch, and patience can help them adjust. Here's the truth: you don't have to be perfect to be their favorite person. You just have to be present. To see them, respect them, and love them without conditions. Because for your cat, it isn't about how much you give. It's about how deeply you belong to each other. The forever bond. Being a cat's chosen human isn't something you can force, and it isn't something you can fake. It's built in quiet moments, in letting them come to you. In the gentle way you stroke their head when they press close. In the respect you show when they retreat to their hiding spot, knowing you'll be there when they return. When a cat chooses you, they're saying, "I trust you with my life." They trust you to keep them safe when they sleep. To notice when they're unwell. To love them even when they're moody or distant. In return, they love you in their own language, in blinks, purrs, head bumps, and shared silences. They may never speak the words, but you'll feel them. Every time they follow you to another room. Every time they curl up beside you in the quiet. Every time they simply exist near you, content. If you've been chosen, cherish it. Let your cat remind you of the kind of love that doesn't care about flaws or bad days. They love the you that's real, not the you try to be. And maybe that's the most beautiful part of all: you don't have to earn it anymore. In their eyes, you've been theirs all along. Final reflection and call to action. So tonight, when they blink slowly at you from across the room or press their head into your hand, pause for just a moment. Let yourself feel it. You're witnessing one of the purest bonds two beings can share, one that needs no words. From all of us here at Meow Sphere, thank you for loving them the way only you can, and for letting us be part of that love story. If this video made you feel even a little closer to your cat, like, subscribe, and join the Meow Sphere family. And in the comments, share the one moment your cat made you feel truly loved. We'd love to feature your story in our next video. Until next time, keep their trust close, their heart safe, and their bowl full.